Welcome back to the Dark Cosmic Universe. My name is Avian Savage. Welcoming back all my Dark Cosmic followers out there. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We talk about action figures, we talk about playsets, we talk about vehicles, we talk about Pokemon cards, we talk about really cool cosmic collectibles, just like this. If you are new to the channel, please check out the links in the description. I have an eBay store where I sell vintage and retro t-shirts. I also sell paperback books. When I make a sale, I bring it back here to the Dark Cosmic Universe to find something really cool, just like this, to display. Again, if you are new to the channel, check out the community page. Check out the YouTube shorts. Check out the playlist. Check out all the fun photos that I put up here on the YouTubesphere. Again, if you are new to the channel, please activate that bell icon so you get notified when I upload a YouTube short or a video like this, or even some photos that are out there. This definitely helps the channel. Leaving comments definitely helps the channel as well. Okay, so you saw the thumbnail. You were like, oh my gosh, it feels like the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. It kind of does. I thought today would be a really great opportunity to display some of the cool collectibles that I've collected along the way. I got 4 new figures. We'll take a look at them in a moment. Again, most of the figures here, they vary from size to size. So like up front, we've got like 2.5 inches to under 2.5 inches there. We do have some 3-inch figures as well. See if we can, there we go, much better. And we got some really cool things that I've collected along the way, which is pretty awesome. So I got 4 new figures, and we'll take a look at them. But I went to Dollar General. I forgot to show this. This was $1. Now check this out. It's one of the little squeezy pumpkins, which I think is really cool. All right, so for the faint of heart, something's going to pop up. All right, it's nothing going to be gruesome. So again, if that kind of stuff like gets you scared, all right, turn away for the next couple minutes. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, see, that's not so scary. This is really cool. I found this for $1, and I was like, you know what? This would be really cool. Speaking of the Great Pumpkin, so there you go, Linus. I found the Great Pumpkin. Actually, I think the Great Pumpkin would probably be larger than this. But this is really cool. Again, it's got a little squeeze thing here. Got it for $1. I'm like, at the Dollar General. They still might have these at your Dollar General, so definitely check it out. And if you've definitely been following the channel, you know that yours truly, I collect PVC figures. Sometimes I collect figures that are a little bit bigger and they've got more articulation. So PVC basically just stands for polyvinyl chloride. So it's a static figure, which means they don't have any articulation. They're just really cool, just to display and just to put in a scenario, put in a Halloween scenario or a diorama, which is really, really cool. Now, Five Below had these ones here. The ones I'm going to be showing off or displaying here in the Dark Cosmic Universe, these are the ones I wound up picking up. I got on eBay. Really, really good price. And then, of course, I went to, of all the places, Goodwill. And we'll take a look at these. Now, that was like last year. I know, again, I think it was like closer to December. And when I saw these, I'm like, yes, I will take those. Thank you very much. So we have the Charlie Brown over here, and wait till you see what I got for a price on that. Found Lucy. They had Snoopy. Now, these ones actually were not, again, it was one of those, had to find these. Now, here they are. And I forgot the name of the company. It'll show up here. I know it's here somewhere. But yes, that was how much I paid for each of these figures. Okay, so there it is. So Fun, or Forever Fun. So that's the company I wanted getting this. $1.99. Again, this was right after Halloween. These figures popped up. Now, there are 4 to the collection, but they only had these 3, and I'm like, that's good enough for me. The only one I am missing, it's Snoopy as a pirate, which I thought was really awesome. But again, what a really cool, surprise. I did have these. I'm not sure if I was able to display these. I'm going to keep them as is. I think I'm looking, so they have some articulation. And these figures are approximately like 3 inches tall, which is really, really cool. We'll take a look at those really quick. Again, $1.99. Sometimes you go to Goodwill and you find some really cool stuff. So here is Lucy Van Pelt. This is really, really cool. I'm glad. So I've got a bit of a Peanuts, I always call it Charlie Brown, collection here. Again, $1.99. I was so excited to find this one. And this particular one, it is Lucy as the Queen of Hearts. Well, I don't know, I'd give her the Queen of Hearts scenario, but she's not a heartbreaker, but she definitely likes to get Charlie Brown's goat. Yes, I said that. And then, of course, I knocked something over. We'll get to that in a minute. And then the last but not least, this one I thought was really, really cool. Let's see if we can get a close-up on this. It is Snoopy, and they refer to him as, let's see if we can get a close-up on this, as the Masked Marvel. Interesting. So I guess he could go with the comic book figures. Not really sure about that, but that's okay. It looks really, really cool. And again, for $1.99, I think these things go for like $15, $20 a piece on eBay. I was so happy to get those. All right, so if I carefully move around Seashell over here, so you're like, you better do that. I wound up finding 4 figures. Again, this was on eBay. This was really, really cool. It is Snoopy with a witch hat. And again, you know, if you've seen, you know, it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I mean, it's a classic. And I believe these are Whitman candy PVC toys that came with them. And I'm not really sure. I do remember these being, I think, at CVS Pharmacy at one time. That was what was near me. Now, these figures, so they have a little hole over here. So I guess you were supposed to put a string to them. And then you could, like, you know, have them around your neck and then, you know, display your characters. Or you could actually put these like in a like a Christmas tree, or actually it'd be like a Halloween tree. This one I thought was really, really cool. Again, I got like 3 of them, something like $10 with shipping, which I thought was cool because I did collect some of the ones, you know, from way past when. And of course, we'll take a look at these here. And here is the next one that I wound up getting. I thought this was cool. So apparently, Snoopy wound up finding the Great Pumpkin. And what did he decide to do? Him and Woodstock decided to just lay on top, as Snoopy normally does. He usually lays on top of his, you know, doghouse. But this time, I don't know. Maybe this is supposed to be the Great Pumpkin. I don't know. Charles, is that what Charles Schultz envisioned? Now, again, this particular one, it's kind of hollow. So, again, I don't care. And it's got the little hole over here. So I guess you could put it, you know, again, for an ornament, or, you know, have it as a necklace. I don't know why you'd want this as a necklace. But again, if you're a fan of Snoopy and Charlie Brown and Peanuts gang, again, I always remember it's just Charlie Brown. You know, it's Charlie Brown and his gang. I don't remember that. Now, the next one that I do have over here, this one actually does not stand up on its own. So this one is Snoopy. And Snoopy is supposed to be, I don't really know what he was supposed to be. Is he supposed to be like a devil? Is he supposed to be a ghoul? I don't know. But look, he's got his bag over here. And you know me and Halloween, it's always a fun thing to do. Now, the only way I was able to stand it up, I was put it next to the Dunkin Donuts bucket. So I'm going to move him over here because it's not going to happen. He's going to be on his back here. So Charlie Brown, there's your, yeah, that's right. He knocks him right over too. Charlie Brown, you're going to hang out with Snoopy. All right, and the last one, last but not least, excuse me. This one, it's Snoopy in a cauldron. So him and Woodstock are cooking up something interesting. Now, if you've ever seen the cartoons with Snoopy, now Snoopy, again, everyone's like, he's such a nice dog. Well, not really. He's always like, rah, 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 rah. You know, he's always snapping and yipping, and that's too bad because I do like Snoopy, and a lot of people like Snoopy. Now, again, this one is hollowed out at the bottom. So, again, it was probably done for weight-wise, or maybe for balance. I guess you could, you know, or it was probably like weight. And then again, if you're looking for, see on the bottom here, so we have the stamp. Maybe let's put it this way. Maybe we can see it a little bit better. And we're going to focus on this. So I do see the word Peanuts on there. Now these are vintage, as the seller said, and I do remember these. And I believe these came on like Whitman candy boxes. I might be wrong. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, I was like, that's okay. So the rest of them we have here. So from Five Below, this was last year's, and I did a video on this as well. We have Charlie Brown as Frankenstein. Now there's two versions of this particular Charlie Brown. The one that was released this year, Charlie Brown does not have the green face paint around his face, and he actually did it all the way around his head. I'm like, good way, good. You're a good man, my friend Charlie Brown. But this was last year's, so this was about I think it was like $3. And you can probably find these on eBay or Mercari, which is really cool. Now they did have this one that went with the set, and I'm not going to bring all the ones out here that I had with all the different variations. Here's Snoopy, and again, this was last year's at Five Below. When I saw this, I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. I got to find him. And then yours truly going to Five Below. Five Below is a really cool place to find like little small stuff like this. And there she is, Lucy Van Pelt again. Good old Lucy as a cowgirl, which is really, really cool. Now, they did make two different variations of this. The other one is a different color with the dress and everything. And then over here, I hate picking this one up. This is a vintage Lucy as a witch. Now, if you do have this particular figure, you have to balance her on this foot. If not, she falls over. And I'm going to try it. There we go. And last but not least, which is really, really cool. Now, this particular one and the witch one, I wound up finding over at an antique store, which was really cool. And it was lucky that the day I went, the vendor who was selling these, they wound up giving like a percentage off. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. We've got Snoopy as like a vampire or Dracula, which I thought was pretty awesome. All right, last but not least, we're going to take a look at the Dunkin Donuts bucket. Yes, I did a video on that. And you're wondering, okay, Avian, what happened to you this week? Usually during the weekends, you throw up another video or you put one up. All I can just say, the weather was not nice this weekend. So yours truly was not able, because of the electric situation here, I was not able to put up a video, but I was able to get one here. But that's what happens. All right, last but not least, here is the Dunkin Donuts bucket. So yours truly, you definitely saw me getting all excited about this. Of course, this one's like right in your face. Now this is really, really cool because it has a lid. Now this year's Boo buckets, they do not have a lid on top of them. So again, I'll pop it open and boop, there you go. That's what's inside the lid. There's nothing in there. I did not buy this one. I'm gonna put the bucket back really quick so you can see the lid. The Boo buckets that are out this year, they don't have a lid on them. And if you are gonna go trick-or-treating, see if we have a there we go. It's a little bit of a warning. If you are going to go trick-or-treating, I would highly suggest you not take these buckets because, yeah, you can put candy in them, but when they get heavy and whatnot, you know, it's going to really, really be kind of weighty, and you're not going to get as much. My suggestion, and they do have these, you can get a Halloween. They're a pillowcase, and a pillowcase will support. You can put more candy in it. You can also put more stuff in there, and they make ones that are actually heavily, you know, it's got a heavy material. And then you can get those big candy bars, you know, because you know some people are out there that they don't get a lot of trick-or-treaters, so they buy those big ridiculous candy bars. I love those people, by the way. Thank you so much for all the Halloween treats that I've gotten from those people. But anyway, so again, I guess I'm trying to think. A pillow, you know, the pillow sheets or the pillowcases would definitely be my suggestion for doing that. So here we go. Here's this year's Dunkin Donuts bucket. This is really cool. So on the top, we've got the spider, and I think if I remember correctly, you can actually go to Dunkin Donuts and you can buy the. They've got the donuts, and they put that little, I believe it's the munchkin. And then they make it into looking like a spider. So that's really cool. And here are the characters that are on here. Oops. And I'm not really sure. Now, that would have been really cool if they actually, so Dunkin' Donuts, if you're listening, imagine if they made like little plushies, or, you know, those styrofoam, you know, those squeezy things, and they made these for collectibles. That would be awesome. Little hint for you guys to do that. Or, you know, there's going to be someone on Etsy that's going to be able to, like, you know, figure out what these are and then make them, and then also make them as characters, because that would be kind of cool. Anyway, so yeah, so here's the new Boo Bucket. I think it was under $4. I did not buy the Boo Bucket with the Munchkins because I didn't want to ruin the bucket, and I like my buckets, and that's kind of cool. And speaking of buckets, I got a new bucket this weekend, so definitely check out the YouTube shorts because you'll be able to see that, and we'll definitely do a review on that. Anyway, that's it. That's the end of the video. Thank you so much for hanging out here in the Dark Cosmic Universe. Thank you to each and every one of you who has subscribed, who leaves comments, who helps the channel by purchasing items on the eBay store. Again, check out the links in the description. And again, you know, liking the videos, watching the playlist definitely helps, and leaving comments. So thank you guys so much. The channel is growing. We are making a great splash here on the YouTubesphere. That's what I call it. And I'm so happy to have each and every one of you follow the channel. Also, if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for hanging out here at the channel. This is the Dark Cosmic Universe. And if you subscribe to the Dark Cosmic Universe, you are part of the Dark Cosmic family. All you got to do is subscribe. That's it. If you'd like to help out by finding some really cool shirts on, you know, the eBay store, definitely appreciate that. Leaving comments, the old thumbs up button, that always helps as well. Thank you guys so much. And also sharing the videos. Make sure if you are checking out the videos, you can, you know, reimagine, you can recycle, you can reinvigorate, you can copy the videos and send them to your friends. So we totally appreciate that as well. Anyway, again, if you are new to the channel and you are part of the Dark Cosmic Universe, you are part of the Dark Cosmic family. Who are my Dark Cosmic family members? Why, my friends, they are my Cosmic Cosmonauts, my Cosmic Comrades. And on the back of here, look, it's a double-sided card. I know, we're going to get to that. My Cosmic Comrades, my insane toy collectors. Those are really cool. These are not figures to be purchased, by the way. My Dark Cosmic collectors and my Dark Cosmic Pokemon friends out there. Actually, these two were in the wrong position, but that's okay. Anyway, thank you guys for checking out the channel. So appreciate it. Each and every one of you for hanging out here in the Dark Cosmic Universe. What do I say? Say it loud and proud, my friends. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, by the way. And hopefully, if you have any of these figures, or you collect the PVC Peanuts figures, or just regular toys, the Super 7 ones, let me know in the comments. What do I say? Say it loud and proud, my friends. From one side of the galaxy to the other, and somewhere in between, there is the Dark Cosmic Universe. Thank you so much for being a part of the Dark Cosmic Universe by watching, sharing the videos, remixing, remastering, reinvigorating. That's what I wanted to say earlier. Reimagining what the Dark Cosmic Universe is in your universe, by the way. Thank you again. And what do I say at the end? Stay cosmically insane, my friends. Keep collecting all those action figures. Come back here to the YouTubesphere, better known as YouTube. Check out the channel. And again, thank you guys so much. And we'll definitely see you soon for another video. Thanks again, and we will definitely see you soon.